Tzu volunteers teach Syrian refugee women the proper ways to wash hands to stay safe. Alhambra City Government gives reward to Tzu Chi for its contributions to the local communities. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. In a city in northern Jordan, some Syrian families lived here after escaping from Syria. On the resin distribution event, Tzu Chi volunteers gave out handmade soaps on top of the subsidies and aid items. Volunteers also reminded everyone the correct ways to prevent the virus transmission. Don't forget to wash in between your fingers when you wash hands. Jordan Tzu Chi volunteers kept on reminding everyone to beware of the virus transmission during the distribution event.
Okay,
but when you wash your hands, 20 seconds, please sing Happy Birthday. Yeah, 20 seconds is 2 times Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you. Please do.
Ask everyone to sing twice in Arabic language. The Syrian woman will bring home the important prevention tips and Tzu Chi's compassion and love. Next, let's take a look at how Wuhan Tzu Chi volunteers are using their limited grocery supply to make their vegetarian meals, and how, despite the closed-off quarters, they're still finding ways to connect to each other.
封住了，你看，你们那边有拉了一条线，21天没动过车子了哈。我们买了好多菜。
We've purchased so much today.
好了，我们回家消毒。
Okay, let's disinfect.
今天出门的战利品。
This is the loot for today.
会这样子去。
I've never thought I'd go out to buy groceries like this and buying so many. This bag of peppers was given out for free by the community. We have apples, tomato, cabbage, Chinese cabbage, celery, peas, carrots, and lettuce. It should be enough for us to eat for 2 weeks. I've made 3 steamed buns and 1 veggie-filled bun. It's much better than last time. The rice is very successful this time. I'm going to give it 2 scoops of sugar. This sugar-filled bun is not going to leak. What does this look like? The smallest flower.
观众点评：外观比较好，比较像包子。
现在要打开包子啦！
It's reveal time. Wow, the buns are so good this time. None of them fell apart.
怎么样？看一下。
Take a look. Let's take out a steamed bun. This one was the best one I made. I don't want to destroy it.
相似度接近95%，
你还没咬呢。
口感柔弱细滑，
菜的味道，素包子里面的馅的味道怎么样？
全素的，味道好极了。
As the city is closed, people find happiness in the little things in life.
I'll share this screenshot with you guys. It'll be our picture together. I wanted to share something that happened during this time. You know how my grandmother used to be against my vegetarian eating, and now with the outbreak of the coronavirus possibly being contracted from animals, my grandmother said to me, "You are safe from the virus because you're a vegetarian. You don't have contact with animals."
妈妈，你素食多少年了？97年。97年开始的。到了晚上，每天就是吃面条。
At night, we eat noodles. Our entire family is vegetarian. It's not the typical family eating habits here in Wuhan. We pray before we eat for the epidemic to end soon.
Tzu Chi volunteers continue to promote vegetarianism to more people, even taking to social media as they have been confined to their homes. Each day they will post a vegetarian dish and pair with a Jin's aphorism, then share it with their friends to continue promoting the lifestyle.
Starting with kneading the dough, this volunteer is making steamed buns with nuts to send to the community epidemic prevention station.
刚刚蒸出来嘞。
那个。不要种在，就种你们那里社区的。
这要放什么东西？咱们放面吧。
酵母，就那个酵母。
Warm dumplings to really hit the spot.
Really, the nutrients are available in there. Honestly, it's just a habit to add meat to the items. My son doesn't normally eat vegetarian, but he loves these dumplings. You must have faith in eating vegetarian food. There are thousands of mushroom types one can eat, and then there are roots, leafy vegetables, and nuts too. It's all grown from the essence of the earth, and we're eating it directly. How great is that?
Once the interest is piqued, volunteers make an offer to teach them vegetarian cooking.
Set aside time and I'll ask our cook to come teach everyone how to make 4 to 10 dishes of home-cooked vegetarian food.
Tzu Chi volunteers in China work together to promote vegetarian eating, despite not being able to leave the house.
The fire shouldn't be too high. The water temperature should be about 80 to 90 degrees, and we boil it for about 30 to 40 minutes. Over half an hour, look, it's nearly done. Take a look, this is what it should look like.
Cooking videos are uploaded to social media and passed around to friends. During this uncertain time, the more people who change to a vegetarian diet, the better it is for the planet.
素食美味又健康，欢迎大家来吃素。2020，让爱苏醒。
Magdalena has seen firsthand how keeping to vegetarianism has helped her children grow up healthy, and she herself has seen positive results too. Now she's even opening up a vegetarian restaurant in hopes of gaining more like-minded people to eat vegetarian food together.
3 years ago, Magdalena stopped making meat dishes, and the dinner table was without fish and meats ever again. But her children's health has never been better.
At the time, enterovirus was widespread at school, and my child didn't get it because his immune system was strong.
She became a vegetarian because her oldest son was enrolled at Tzu Chi kindergarten. The son is now 9 and still keeps to his meatless diet.
When I eat with friends and I see them eating meat, I choose not to look at them eating.
Especially after becoming a DaAi mother, Magdalena really responded to vegetarianism and not harming animals. She even kept to the vegetarian diet when she was pregnant.
When I went in for my second checkup, and I asked the doctor if I can keep to my vegetarian diet, the doctor immediately said that would be even better, as the baby will be born healthier.
The third trimester food needs to be rich in iron, and it can be obtained in vegetarian forms such as spinach, broccoli, and tomato. Beans are also rich in iron.
Seeing her children's health improve and also the improvement of her own mental and physical health, Magdalena decided to open a vegetarian restaurant. This endeavor isn't to make money, but it's in hopes of more people falling in love with vegetarian food like she did.
Taipei's Songshan District Tzu Chi volunteers have partnered up with 4 vegetarian restaurants to introduce a discount voucher. Using this $30 NT voucher from Tzu Chi volunteers, the restaurants will also include a further 10 to 20 NT discount in an effort to really bring vegetarian eating to the masses and also to boost their sales.
老板你好，我要点一碗80块的红烧面。
这张是30元，我们店里只有20元，再付我30元就可以了。
This vegetarian restaurant, which has been open for nearly 11 years, is suffering greatly due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. Thus, the owner, Mr. Zhang, is doing a promotion for discounts for the first time.
The lunch crowd is okay. It's mainly the night business that I've lost about 20% of customers.
你是第一颗种子，你不要
我是无条件支持啦。
哦，太好了，好感动哦。
The global pandemic has people panicked. Songshan District Tzu Chi volunteers asked vegetarian restaurants to work together to promote themselves by offering discounts. The first building they look to for support is this 16th-floor commercial building with thousands of employees.
The Tzu Chi office is located in this commercial building, and to support vegetarian eating, the volunteers thought up this discount voucher.
This 30 NT dollar discount voucher is the brainchild of a group of volunteer mothers who spent 3 days' time conceptualizing it.
The master says there is no other way but vegetarian.
Someone suggested making our own food to promote vegetarianism, but in the end we went with discount vouchers.
The building's chairman is a great supporter.
To promote vegetarian food isn't difficult. We just need time, which means people can change their eating habits and lifestyle. It just takes time.
Using action to decrease taste buds' desire, all hope this global pandemic can end soon.
Two Dharma masters from Jinsebo representing Master Zheng Yan visited recycling stations around Taiwan. In addition to sending hand sanitizer made by Jinsebo, they also care for volunteers.
During the epidemic prevention period, Tzu Chi volunteers still do recycling as usual at the Dongqiuli recycling station in Banqiao. Two Jinsebo Dharma masters, on behalf of Master Zheng Yan, brought hand sanitizers to volunteers.
Don't be afraid of this epidemic, but we have to protect ourselves. We must be cautious and pious. Don't be afraid. We should do what we can to protect ourselves. Did you all get hand sanitizers?
Zhong Hanxiao, who used to be the head of the recycling station, suffered a sudden illness that led to the damage of her brain, and now she could not take care of herself.
You have planted a relationship with Tzu Chi, and you have to put Tzu Chi seeds in your heart forever, you know?
The second stop of the Dharma Master visit was Fuzhou Recycling Station. This station originally had the 80-year-old volunteer Chen Bilian, who passed away in an accident at the end of February.
We need to send our blessings to your mother and hope she will forgive your brother's action. These are the thoughts we should have.
We want to reassure everyone during this epidemic. We hope everyone to have a little more protection in hygienic habits. We need to pay attention and wash our hands frequently. We send blessings and prayers to your mother and also hope that each of you can accept our care as well as the volunteers.
Although their mother has passed away, the children look forward to continue their mother's love for the earth so that she can leave her physical body with peace of mind.
Central England suffered greatly from the devastation of Storm Dennis last month, and after disaster surveying poll week, Tzu Chi volunteers helped the family clean up their home. As this disaster victim had to take care of her husband who is in the hospital, she has no time to clean up the aftermath. Thus, the volunteers visited twice in a month to restore her home to visit former glory.
当一家有难的时候，那么多人善心人士能够聚集在一块，把他们的东西清掉，所以说感觉上很温暖。
In just a week, Tzu Chi volunteers visited Ellie's home twice, as they know Ellie and her family has nowhere else to live after Storm Dennis.
When she was feeling the most hopeless, Tzu Chi volunteers came. Today we had an opportunity to help her. We can see that she feels loved by us and continues to thank us for our efforts. She feels we are angels sent from above.
After the first cleanup, the house was beginning to look like a home once more. This time, the volunteers came back to pay attention to the details.
I feel very blessed. If this was my house and it was in this condition, I don't know what I would be feeling. Thankfully, Tzu Chi has a group of volunteers who put in the effort to help. I hope the disaster victim can feel our love towards them.
Just as the volunteers were getting underway, the neighbors came by to help move out the broken furniture.
This community has moved me. There were over a dozen people who came to help this family. There were about 2 to 3 trucks full of furniture that were moved out. It really impressed me how much love this community has for one another.
During the cleanup process, I was a bit tired, but I found out the more I worked, the happier I was. It seemed as if clearing out the dirty items airs out my own worries, and I was done. I felt very relaxed.
Thanks to the efforts of the volunteers and neighbors, Ellie's house eagerly awaits the owners to come home.
In 1989, Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters started the first overseas branch in Alhambra, California. Now Tzu Chi's footprints have spread all over U.S. To thank Tzu Chi's contributions for the past 30 years, Alhambra City Government gives thanks to volunteers. Tzu Chi has been a part of the American community to serve the residents for years and has helped many families get through difficult times.
I'm very thankful for this new backpack. I can use it for many things.
Just really thankful, really grateful for everything that you guys are doing for us, and just thank you, Tzu Chi.
On top of the residents' feedbacks, the Alhambra City Government in California also give their thanks to Tzu Chi for its contribution.
The city of Alhambra has a special meaning to us because 30 years back, in 1989, this is where Tzu Chi USA begins.
There are any different ethnicities in this community, including Asian, Mexican, and Brazilian. However, there are so many children, about 200 children who are homeless, and many low-income families.
Alhambra is the city where Tzu Chi began to help the poor, and now their footprints are all over the United States. After 30 years, volunteers have kept in mind their initial goal and vows to continue to move forward. Tzu Chi volunteers Gao Mingzhi and his team from Taiwan went to Tzu Chi Jingsi Hall in Kuala Lumpur to work with local education volunteers. The interaction hoped to give local educators more resources and skills.
Tzu Chi volunteers from Taiwan led a volunteer education team at the Jingse Hall in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. They taught about how to improve education and the field of humanities.
We hope that there are better teachers, especially those who are leading these courses, whether it's leading games or courses or discussing different problems. We need to have good lecture to do live demonstrations.
Breaking the stereotypical teaching mode, games can drive students to want more education.
We want to let everyone get rid of their ego. Maybe at the beginning we have 3 people with numbers, and when you get them you have to squat down and you can't stand up anymore. But other groups and partners will also lose a lot of manpower. So this game teaches us not to be so selfish, to be like a group and not distracted, as everyone must have the spirit of working in a circle.
At the beginning, our score was very poor. Later, after team discussions, we thought about it and had a wonderful method, which we then followed. Everyone did better after we had this Tracy agreement. Master Zheng Yan talks about everyone working together under group consensus.
The Dharma must be able to enter our minds. We even do it in parent-child classes as because of the Dharma. Our mentality changes and we can make our education better.
Parents and teachers are role models for children, and guiding children on the right path through encouragement and patience is the goal for many.
Tzu Tzu Chi began to do online cultivation for their volunteers, which started in March. Volunteers from over 30 countries tuned in, whether in their homes or at the liaison office, to gain further enlightenment. Among those visiting is the Yang Su-yun, who has been at home resting due to her brain tumor, and she was happy to get the opportunity to participate in Tzu Chi activities once more.
Recently, it was the Global Online Cultivation Day for Tzu Chi, and Malaysia's Pointing Liaison Office disinfected the room to help prevent the spreading of germs. We arranged for each row to have a thermometer, mask, and hand sanitizer for everyone to use. 126 Tianjin Tzu Chi volunteers used the internet to connect with global volunteers by listening to the master's teachings. The master wishes we have a reflective and pious heart, so we seize the opportunity while we are safe to greatly promote vegetarianism. Though they are listening from home, each volunteer still wears their uniform. It gives me extra energy and also influenced my husband to document it. When I send a picture to my family members, they all send their blessings to me. Yang Su-yun says hello to her Dharma family, who she hasn't seen in a while. She found out she had brain tumor in January of this year and has been at home. But she doesn't forget she is the master's disciple. I'm grateful I'm in Tzu Chi. I never forget that I am a disciple of Buddha, so I've looked at my current situation as my own life lessons I must overcome. No matter if at home or at the office, thanks to the internet, anywhere can be a place to nurture their wisdom life. When your throat is dry and you're coughing, do you use licorice menthol as a treatment? Let's hear what the traditional Chinese medicine doctors say about this medicine.
20件商品标示全军覆没，添加了防腐剂苯甲酸。
伤肝了，哎呀。
为什么伤肝？你知道吗？
他就说跟你讲说含那个钠比较多，没有说啊你少吃一点，没有这样讲。
A report from the Consumer Protection Committee say that licorice menthol is a banned food because it has many artificial elements, including preservatives, sweetener, and abusive amount of sodium. It hurts both the liver and kidney.
In order to preserve it for a longer time, some preservatives may be added. Since these preservatives are metabolized through liver, they may be harmful to eat.
3 types of people are suggested not to eat this, including those who have high blood pressure, diabetes, and liver malfunction.
If they are coughing a lot, then we will give them to eat this.
I'm old now, so I go to bathroom a lot. If I put this in my mouth, I don't feel thirsty.
If you have sputum, then you should eat licorice menthol. If not, then it might not be suitable for you. If you use it, it might make your throat even drier and more uncomfortable.
Many people use licorice menthol as candy, but not everyone is suitable for it. Doctors suggested that daily consumption should not be less than 5 capsules to avoid overconsumption of sodium. Recycling stations in Beitou District joined hands to host a large-scale recycling day for everyone to love the earth together. Let's take a look and see you next time.